Sabrina, so what I'm hearing from you is that because you worked on both sides of the issue, you were actually a prosecutor in the juvenile justice
Yes.
system, and now also you represent juveniles, correct, who are accused of various offenses or crimes. So what I'm hearing from you is that the way the system set up is right now, it doesn't really rehabilitate, because it's more about punitive. It's more about punishment, by locking juveniles up, and they should be granted more tools to grow, more tools for education, so that they don't repeat the same mistakes. Am I right?
Yeah, Michael, there's a lot of issues with our legal and our justice system. And sometimes it's the fact that there isn't enough money to allow for these various educational tools or opportunities while they're locked up. And yet, while it is punitive, there are several states that do offer a lot of juvenile rehabilitation programs.
Good.
But it's also, you know, when I was working in the juvenile system, not only would I see the children being born into dysfunctional families, but then as they got older and they didn't avail themselves of all of these different opportunities within the juvenile system, they then became those adults who were becoming either the predators or, you know, the abusers or what have you of their younger kids. I mean, I saw it all the time. Parents teaching kids how to steal, parents abusing kids, and then the kids became the abusers themselves. You know, that's learned behavior. You know, there are some scientific, you know, studies that say that certain you know, behavior, criminal sexual conduct type behavior, or you know, that type of predatory behavior is not rehabilitatable. But in terms of the young kids being exposed to this type of behavior, it's more often than not, it's learned.
So yes,
and
I
they
think
have a lot of pressure.
Yeah, thank you for that. So it looks like we should encourage our politicians to, and our towns, cities, to states to encourage more investment into juvenile facilities, investment in terms of education, maybe providing vocational skills, because otherwise, like you said, it's a cycle, and these people will come out and they may resort back to life of crime because they don't know any better, they don't have any other tools, and it's like you said, that's their learned behavior at this point. So invest money into education.
Yeah. I mean, look at most of the inner city kids. It's their survival mechanism. You know, they don't have parents, or they don't have a good structure or a home life, and they have to sell drugs just to live, or they're on the streets. And you know, was it their fault they were born into that environment? No, but they're so judged because of that. So it's a definite need. We definitely need some change and to work on that, because they're our future, right?
Exactly.
I mean, so
we have to invest into our future. And it seems to me that a lot of times a juvenile maybe committed a minor offense, but was committed to a juvenile detention center where they can learn about other crimes, meet gang members, and come out even worse than when they first went into a juvenile justice system. So there should be some kind of more separation between maybe gangs, more individual approach, as opposed to just collective, let's all put them away in that warehouse and forget about them.
Completely. Michael, I have parents that want to show tough love to their children that may have committed these crimes, you know, and the children were, you know, perhaps in the suburbs, or, you know, they have a more privileged lifestyle, but they're still, you know, really not measuring up the way their parents want them to. And they get into, you know, let's just say a juvie detention center, and they come out worse. It proliferates worse behavior because they're surrounded by that kind of environment. And children are so impressionable. And they really need strong role models.
Exactly.
So, and like you say, more investment needs to be done for the future.
Like yourself. They should be looking at this video, and this is what's possible. You could become a successful attorney, a businesswoman, and also a successful mother. Sabrina, thank you so much for your time. This was a great introduction, and I'm going to bring you back shortly for more questions, and we're going to talk about two other interesting cases. We're going to talk about Brittany Griner case. That's big right now in news cycle. She's held in Russia on marijuana possession and trafficking. Actually, we're going to compare Russian laws as to US laws on the same offense, and we're going to talk a little bit about politics of what is going on behind the scenes, and we're going to talk about the Ren Eleanor TikTok controversy. She's a minor. I believe she's 3 years old, and she has millions of followers on TikTok. We're going to talk about moral, ethical, and legal implications for her and for her mom, who is probably making tons of money on this. All right, we'll see you shortly. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Take care.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you.